Well, this is a small protest by the People's Movement, protesting about this budget, the fifth austerity budget in a row, which is taking another 3.5 billion out of the economy and which is going to really further immiserate the people of Ireland to pay a debt that they never ran up in the first place. We are utterly opposed to this. We believe that this debt should not be paid and that we should move forward and construct a budget that is more in keeping with the needs of the people rather than the needs of international banks. On one level, austerity is not working in that it's causing an enormous pain to the ordinary Irish people. But austerity is working if you are a bondholder or if you are own a German bank or whatever, because they made a gamble on private debt in Ireland, investing in Irish banks. The gamble failed, but who's paying off the gamble? The ordinary Irish people. I feel that's totally unjust.
I'm a student and I'm a lone parent, and in the beginning of 2011, because of the past cuts, I had to give up my home and move back with my parents just so I could afford just for my kids to be able to engage in sports, after school activities, just everything that's going to benefit them in later life. And I was met with a decision on paying, do I pay a household bill or do I let my child go to our boxing practice or go to our youth club? And I decided that I had to give up my home just to make ends meet for them. And further cuts today is going to even further. I've nothing left to sacrifice. I sacrificed my home last year. I don't know what else I can sacrifice this year just to give them the life that they deserve. I mean, the reality is for my children that, every day they don't just say, can I have? It's like, do we have the money for, can we afford? My daughter is already worried about her life in regards to going to college, and that's not till 4 years away. And to think that she has to think so apprehensively about how she's going to achieve anything in life at the age of 12, it just shouldn't be their reality. It shouldn't be something they think about. I mean, today in regards to, they're looking at the child benefit reducing that. They're saying the student contribution is going to go up to, what, €3,000 by 2015, which will be at the age where she's starting to look at to go to college and stuff. So the decisions that are made today are going to affect us year after year after year, and it's not just a matter of taking a tenner off us. That it's more than a tenner to us. It's our bus fare to college, our bus fare to school. It's just everyday stuff that helps and that we need. I mean, the government have a policy on one hand that they're going to stamp out consistent poverty and social exclusion by 2013, which seems like an utter joke, but then they release a budget that's going to ensure that families like me and like others in Tallaght and where I live are going to push us further into social exclusion. And instead of my child looking to go to college in a few years, it will probably be, addiction services she's looking for or homeless services she's looking for, and it's the decisions that these make that's going to determine their future.
My main concern is that the government aren't practicing what they preach. They are preaching austerity, but they're practicing extravagance when it comes to themselves. They're not prepared to put their money where their mouths are, and we've had too much of that over the years from politicians. Going back to Charlie Haughey, when he was telling us tighten our belts, and he was living the high life. Then Bertie came along and told the social partners in 2005, pay restraint and wage restraint was the key to our economy. And the following year, Bertie ended up being the highest paid Prime Minister in Europe. And this crowd come along and they're the same, they're preaching but not practicing. And that's really what I feel strongly about. They should be prepared to lead by example.
There is an awful lot of fear about this budget. There's been far too much discussion, far too many kites flown. It's made the people really nervous about what's coming down the tracks. And I think that's a really unfair way to organise issues like this. I think everything should be open and transparent. Figures should be produced before the budget day, and that people are not reduced to this condition of fear.